others there, and I'd be happy to go through them, but I don't think that's on topic. So here we have a couple of what we think are the top opportunities for ZigBee technology and smart home. Aging independence. I think that's pretty, everyone in the room probably knows what that is. We are a technology that enables this remote patient monitoring, maintains freedom of movement, wearable body sensors and things like that. That's a very appropriate application for ZigBee technology, and we're seeing alliance members who are addressing these things right now. Let's just go down here. Chronic disease management. This is a classic sensing application. What is a condition, whatever that is, whatever health monitoring that needs to happen on a regular basis. Wearable sensors are obviously critical, and quite frankly, because of the low maintenance issues, this kind of passive monitoring and making these management issues easier, long-term efficacy is greater because it's just not an intrusion to take these sensor readings. Health and wellness is, well, we all know what that is too. We all have a heart rate monitor that we run on the treadmill or ride the bike on. This is another classic ZigBee application. Low power, data rate, battery operated devices. So I'm actually going to skip that because that is really, really technical. And as much as I can talk about it all day, I don't want to let anyone fall asleep on me here. So here are some of the standard device types that I've already alluded to. And you can go through this list and see it yourself, but pulse ox is a classic, glucose in terms of managing diabetes, thermometer. The point of this is that ZigBee is in these devices today. The devices are coming out, and they are, it's easy to interop with what we call non-medical device infrastructure in a home. For instance, one of our alliance members actually will let you take readings, and it syncs up into your AV system, your home system. It's literally a pop-up window. If everyone has like a digital channel guide, and you pop up your guide and select your stations. That way you actually get pop-up windows for events that can be triggered throughout a home. For instance, the application I saw was quite interesting in an elder care situation. It would even work by alerting someone in the home for an event somewhere else in the home. In other words, if a parent is in one part of the house and someone is watching TV in the living room, you can actually just pop that up into the AV system and you see on the window, Mom is calling, Mom has an event issue, there's a health thing going on, whatever that is. So that speaks really to the interoperability between the standards. And because we are in so many verticals, these kind of interoperability things are quite simple. If anyone is in the CES in the South Hall, Control 4 is actually this AV people that I talked about. They're very advanced smart home applications, and they do integrate quite well. So, okay. One of the interesting things on this is the telecom services. In Europe, Telecom Italia is a real leader in this space. They're actually going to be providing monitoring services via the mobile network for these types of events. They actually will place effectively a gateway in a home that will establish the sensor network for whatever it is you happen to be monitoring, and it will connect pretty seamlessly to the mobile network. And again, I will receive messages about, generated by my parents, or as a care provider, I'm concerned about fellow family members. It gives me some mobility. So alluding to the business case a little bit, we really do see a huge advantage, and our member companies this is a wide open market. I think that as people become more accustomed to wearing sensors, to relying on this data, the growth will explode. And we've already heard some of the models there. I think they're pretty self-explanatory. But the point is that ZigBee technology enables that to happen. We're now at price points where it starts to make sense to do these things, where you have multi-year battery-operated devices, so there's no maintenance involved. And quite frankly, a lot of these things will be consumer-driven completely as part of, even if it's not, say, in terms of chronic disease management, it's going to, as consumers become more health conscious, we we have one member company says this is a health accessory. It's kind of like a premium gym membership. This is what you're going to want to do to take care of yourself.
Great, thanks, Ryan. Next up, we've got Skip West. Next up, we've got Skip West from MAXSA Innovations. Skip's company provides a variety of home products that he's going to share with us that are going to talk about some practical safety and security items for senior home automation.
Thanks again. I'm Skip West. MAXSA Innovations is my company. We've talked a little bit about some of the big trends going on with everyone getting older. All of us baby boomers, and I'm part of that baby boom generation, are going to be retiring starting this year, and we have this incredible crush of older people, not only in the U.S., but all over the world. So there's this big, big demographic wave, and what I wanted to do today is just share with you a little bit about what one company, one small company in this big world out there, is trying to do with some products focused on making lives safer, more secure, more convenient for older folks, and because a number of our products are targeted at that market. So it's a bit of a commercial about our products, but it's really an attempt to say, here's how we take some of this technology, some of the waves that we've talked about, both demographically, technologically, and come up with practical products to make people's lives better and easier. I want to share a statistic, actually, if you don't mind, that every year, 1/3 of Americans over the age of 65 fall. And 20 to 30% of those who fall suffer injuries that reduce their independence and mobility. And obviously, falls also increase the risk of premature death. The cost of a fall-related injury, the average cost of a fall-related injury is $19,440 from a recent study of people aged 72 and over. And that cost don't include all the medical costs associated with it. So if they put it all together, back in 1994, the cost of all fall injuries for people aged 65 or older was $27 billion. And by 2020, they think it's about $44 billion. So falling is a big issue, big concern, and we try and help to solve some of those problems. So I said, MAXSA Innovations, we're one small company in this big field out there. We create some unique products. We love designing and developing products. And what I'm going to do today is share some of the products that we've developed that are particularly targeted at the older folks market, the elderly market. We do a number of different things focused on the home and the car. You'll see a lot of lighting. Lighting is very, very important for us to assist people. We also assist people in the car in parking their car and staying warm and doing some other things. So you see a couple of trends in what we've done with our company. A couple of areas that we're going to focus in on, as I mentioned, number one is lighting. You know, we want to make sure that people can see better, because obviously if you want to prevent falls, you got to see. Okay. Number two, visibility. You want to make sure that you're visible. Number three, we have some products to help with mobility. We focus on safety, security, and lastly, we do some things to assist you in what you do and to make life a little bit more comfortable. So our specialty as a company in terms of lighting is we provide outdoor lighting where there's no electricity. How many of you have situations around your house where you've got steps, you've got porches, you've got decks, you've got sheds, you've got carports, everywhere where there's no lights out there and you need lighting? At night, you've got to be able to see. If you can't see, you can fall. So we provide a number of battery-powered, motion-activated lights and solar-powered lights as well to make you see better when you're walking up and down the steps, whether it's a porch step, deck step, or whatever. And I'm going to actually pull one or two out. Little things that we do, everything from sort of solar-powered marker lights so that you can mark the corner of steps or walkways or paths so you can see. They'll flash bright red, or motion-activated battery-powered lights that can go light up your way up the steps, which is actually in the picture on the left as you're walking up the porch steps into your house. So we do those kinds of things. Little things, again, little things, not the highest technology products to make life better for people out there. Visibility-wise, we try and light up steps. We light up areas, again, battery-powered, solar-powered lighting. And it's also kind of fun. We have some products to light you up as well. We happen to live, I personally live in an area